I still somehow read 13 books in July, and I don't know how, honestly. These are some of them I do have physical copies of, and then the other ones my friends are either borrowing or they were ebooks or audiobooks, which I'll try to say when I go through them. But it is Ashwalker. I did give this 4 stars. My hair is in it, lovely. I give this 4 stars. It's romantic-y. It is book 1 of a trilogy, I believe. I love this. I thought it was not like a super unique like magic system or anything, but I absolutely love the characters. The MMC was a lot golden retriever-ish and not so much like moody, dark and moody like we're used to in romantic-y. So it definitely was a really good change, and I really enjoy this, and I will be finishing this series. The next one was The Essence of Opals, which was an eARC. Thank you so much to the author. That is out now, so definitely check that out. I gave that 3 stars. A fun romance read. Basically, this woman gets dumped, and then she goes on a road trip with her neighbors, and then she ends up falling in love with the brother of her friend on this road trip. And it's really sweet. It's really good. I enjoyed it. The next one would be The Score, which is the off-campus series. I gave that a 3 star as well. It was Deanna and Allie's book. I love them on the TV show. I'm so excited for the next season so we can like see how they do the book on screen. I like the book a lot. I felt like we saw a lot of depth in Dean's character, which was great. It just, the endings always make me want more, and I'm like, well, I guess it's good it's a TV show, so we can keep going with the characters there. And then the next one was Rules of the Summer by Megan Quinn. I gave this 3 stars as well. This was actually my first Megan Quinn book, and it's beautiful. So I had to make sure I read it before summer was over, because it's summer, that's okay. This is about a woman who, she gets a candy shop and she's trying to like renovate it, and then she has a very dysfunctional aunt, and by the end you were just like, aw, to the relationship. But her aunt signs her up for this financer online, but it's actually fiance, not finance. So she finds a fiance online, which that's just how it starts. But it's kind of a longer romance book, and for me that's like really hard most of the time when it's a fluffy romance. I did enjoy it. She is funny, and I really enjoyed the quirky characters in this one, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, go read this now. So that's how I feel about that one. And then I did read In the Veins of the Drowning, which I gave 5 stars. I love that. The Siren Mage series is done. It's just 2 books. The second one just came out. So I gave the second one In the Wake of the Ruined. I cannot keep those names straight. I gave that one 4 stars, and I really just love this duology. It is really good, I think, going into like fall and winter, even though it is like mermaid vibe, siren-ish. Just because it is kind of like darker gothic-y. But I did love the audiobooks of those. I thought those were really well done. The writing is just fantastic. It doesn't feel like basic writing to me. It felt like more advanced writing. So I just really appreciate when authors can do that and use adjectives and words you don't see repetitive in romantic books. So I love that. I do highly recommend that duology if you like romantic-y. And then I got into the Primrose Hill series, which I have the eARC of the 3rd book called Verdict. I did read that, but it'll be my August video, but I'm just saying right now, it was so good. So definitely check these out while you have a chance, Faults and Curveball. So both of these are, it's small town vibes. The family is from a small town. The first one, Faults, is definitely more like in the small town, because this one is about one of the daughters, and she like rides horses all the time. She's a horse trainer, and the man, the love interest, is the new horse veterinarian, or just a general veterinarian, I guess, in town. But I love that aspect, and I thought this was really good. The third act breakup almost killed me, so I gave this one 3 stars. But Curveball, I gave 4 stars. This is a baseball male character, which just has my heart. I love baseball. I just love when characters are baseball players, but this is her brother. So yeah. So this is second chance romance, and I thought it was done so well. So they dated like in high school, and then they broke up when he went into Major League Baseball. And so it kind of has a little bit of their past story, and then just along the way you learn how they're communicating better, and it's just so sweet. The male character in this book had another relationship, moved on, got married, and had a child. So a lot has happened, and they have to kind of talk through and work through a lot to be together again. And I think that was just done so well and really beautifully. The found family in this series is just fantastic. The family has a group chat that is just hilarious, and I love it. We are not done. My book club pick of July was The Book Witch, and I was just, oh my gosh, I was just blown away. Honestly, I should go back and give this 5 stars. I only gave it 4 stars, but I think it is one of those books that is just perfect for any kind of reader to read. Do not let witch in the title like deter you from reading it, because it's really full of spells and like all of that. It's not that at all. But it's basically the book witches go into stories that are being like ruined pretty much, and they go into the story to try to get the characters like back on track so the story continues and doesn't mess up the whole book. But that's just the main premise. I feel like the main character is thrown into kind of this mystery, and so throughout the book she's trying to figure it out. She has to jump into different books to then get into another book, and the characters are wonderful. I loved the references of a ton of different books in it and stories. I think if you've been a reader for a long time, you will just love this story, and it's just feel good. It's not any spice. It's not super like one genre driven. It's just a good time. And then I read The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hilderbrand, and this was good. For me, her books are just hit or miss. I've only read a couple, but I feel like the last one I DNF'd because I was like, I just cannot handle the drama. So it's definitely seasonal reading for me. I think this was so good for summer. I love the setting of Nantucket, and the underlying like grief story was really good, and the food descriptions are always excellent. But I did enjoy this. I do want to watch the TV show, so if you've seen that, let me know how it lives up to the book. And then not last but certainly not least are my 2 favorite books of the month. One was the second book of The Silversmith, which is called The Incendiary, and I read an advanced copy. This comes out in September, and let me just say, 5-star read all around. Even if you were like unsure about The Silversmith, read the second one, and I think you will see that this series is going to be insanely good. I was just so impressed by the story. I want to reread it so bad, and I think I will, probably in September when it comes out, so we can all experience it together. But just so you know, have that, get it held at your libraries right now so you have it soon. And then the last one, because it took me most of the month to get through this book, was The Calamity Club. And that one I gave 5 stars. It's by Catherine Stockett, author of The Help. And let me just tell you, the audiobook was so good. Oh my gosh, it was just so well done. Highly recommend doing the audiobook of it, because it is long, and I think the different voices of the characters, the different personalities we can hear the different accents even just make it so good. I would call this, it is historical fiction, like aspects. I think it did that part really well. And it's really focused on women's rights. And so I would call it more women's fiction, historical fiction. But stay till the end and listen to the author's note at the end, because I felt like my history class did not go over half this stuff, okay? And the women's rights back then, I can't even remember the year of this book, but they were trash, okay? I'm telling you, like, if you were an orphan, you were getting like sterilized and like shunned, and like if you were an orphan past the age of like 9, you're basically worthless. And so this book just took one of the main characters, Meg, she's an orphan, and we just see her throughout her years. And then there's a couple other main characters, we see their perspectives as well. And it is just, it's excellent. Like, no notes, just listen to it. It is going to be on the top 10 list of the year. I am sure of it. And if you're like me, you have FOMO, definitely listen to it. But that is all the books of July. That was probably one of the longest videos ever. It's gonna take me forever to edit that, but I'm hoping for another great month in August. I had a ton of fun in July. Lots of good summer reads, some banger fantasy romantasy reads, and even better, like, up and coming books that I just am so excited. So thanks for following along, and let me know if you've read any of these yourself.